Hello everybody. So this is just going to be hopefully a quick little video. I was in a philosophical mood this morning and thought I wanted to chat. And I guess that one of the things that I wanted to talk about is, the frustration of being human. Yesterday, I had a day off with my husband, and we were, doing fun things. And one of the things we did is we walked through an art gallery in a marketplace. And it was, stuff made by local people. And I was looking at it, and I saw that everything was imperfect, but it was very human. And it got me thinking because I've actually been pretty frustrated lately. This Minnesota machine, has caused me grief. So, for example, this machine, I knew that the customer wanted something so that it invoked all of the spirit of Minnesota, okay? And I had an idea that I wanted it to, imbue water. And I've actually repainted this machine 3 times. I've done it with a light blue with a glitter coat over it. I've done it with a white paint with a candy clear coat over it. And now I finally just did it with aqua with it's called Black Sea Pearl over it. But it's always going to be human because it's never going to be perfect. And sometimes, especially when you're doing creative things, you just have to allow that, We're not AI generated art. We're not anything like that. I am just a later middle-aged woman in a building on a farm. I've got a 20-year-old cat that lives in my shop, and, she's fluffy, and as much as I vacuum out my booth and everything, it seems like there's going to be a cat hair on just about every machine. I can do all that I can to clear, and there will be a telltale little fine cat hair somewhere. And it's been driving me nuts, but I decided that that's just going to have to be one of my signature moves, is to have a little black cat hair on it, because honestly I love my old cat. I've had her 20 years, and I am what I am, and I was looking at when the frustration comes in when you're doing a project, and I really think that what happens is, if I'm frustrated that something isn't going exactly the way I want, then I need to take a step back, because as soon as I fall out of love with a project, then it takes the joy out of the project. And then when it takes the joy out of the project, then I become even more frustrated. And so, fixing a machine is totally different than the art side creation of a machine. Fixing a machine is just, going in, using a screwdriver, replacing parts and things like that. But trying to come up with a concept is totally different. And even when I think that, I finally got it, stupid stuff will happen. There are places on this machine that Black Sea Pearl in the clear coat somehow leached onto some of the black on the decals and made it look almost dirty down here. And it's not terrible, and things like that, but it's just stuff like that it's never going to be perfect, and you have to be okay with that. Because otherwise what's going to happen is you're going to get so frustrated that you're going to want to quit. And I mean, you can, if you want to, you can quit, but I've been trying to overcome that, because the whole metaphysical spiritual side, if we have a creator, if God is our creator, or the universe, or however you want to say it, and that creative energy is going through us, we have to be able to keep creating. We have to be able to keep being creative, or else we're going to be stifling it somehow. And so I don't want to quit and I don't want to stop. But at the point where I feel like I've fallen out of love with a project, that needs to be my trigger that there's something wrong, and to take a step back. And sometimes falling back in love with it is just accepting that it's okay to be human. It's okay to have my fingerprints on it, you know, and that's fine. That's fine. So, yeah, I just wanted to have that little quick philosophical chat. I don't know. I'm going to be getting this put back together in the next day or so, and so we'll turn the camera back on for that. Hope you'll watch it. If you don't, that's okay too. And there we go. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.